Yo, alright. Hey, yo, we outside, bro. We outside. We gonna talk about Ybc Dul, new generation versus old generation, right? I didn't really know about YBC until the other day when I seen him was walking through Philly with the content creator. I forgot the dude's name. He was just walking through. He was showing showing his area, showing the hood, you know, and it was a lot of self snitching on there, a lot of self snitching, stuff he was in. I wouldn't say on the camera. Um, but a lot of the stuff that he said, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. He was even showing like even parts of the block. It was like ghosted. It was like a ghost town. Um, like no one was outside. Like I know, I understand it. I understand it. The crazy part is like some of the stuff he was saying, he wasn't wrong. Like when he was just walking around Philly, and I seen how empty it is, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, really and truly, after the years went past, like no one don't really be outside no more. Everyone don't really be outside, standing up, hanging out really like that. Probably be like at night, but you know how people used to be outside all day, morning and to night. Like now, you see, like he was even showing his hood. It was a ghost town, but he also said he actually, people was getting, cooked, overcooked so many times, like people don't come outside no more, or a lot of them just gone. I don't know if y'all seen the video of him, the music video of him, at the gravesite digging up the dirt. Um, I don't know if y'all seen that. There's a whole bunch of stuff, but we gonna get into it. Yeah, rest in peace, YBC. You feel me? Um, I seen he was on Philly, first 48, um, with Mac, and I know the other co-hosts, and they brought up something, and he was like, yeah, F the old heads, F the old heads, you know, they not really, I'm not gonna hold you. So we gotta remember too, like RBC was how old? He was 25, right? He was 25 years old. Um, I'm basically you just say I'm 30, right? Let's just do this. 5 years ago, when I was 25, there was really no old heads out there. And if there were old heads, there was not that many old heads. You feel me? But there was still old heads. There was still a select few. I'm just gonna talk about my area. I don't know about everybody else states in their area. There was people still outside. There was old heads still outside, you know, doing their thing. You have some of these old heads that was really not really doing anything. Some of them went to jail, came back, and continued to do the same thing. Some of them just became drunks, all that stuff. But you got some old heads that back, you know, came back into the community and actually became, you know, voices and whatever y'all want to call them, or even volunteer or even give back, do food drives and do things for their community. A lot of these dudes do. Really and truly, not all of them, but it's a select few. We gotta show respect to these dudes and what they have and what they done. You feel me? They probably could have done more. You know, they didn't give the youth us no guidance. Because a lot of them wasn't here. A lot of them was gone already. So the young niggas we raised our. I'm sorry, the young niggas raised the young niggas. You know, back in a couple, last say like I say 10 years ago, there was dudes like this old head talk is gonna be a crazy one, right? I seen people, big homies, the same age as them. I've seen people kids that's like was the same age around us. Let's just go back when we was like 10, 11. Yo, I seen people that was 10, 11, and a big homie was 13. You feel me? Where was the old heads? Yeah, that is true. Where was the old heads? Because you shouldn't be having no big homie and your big homie 2 years older than you. Your big homie should have at least 10, 15 years on you. You know? They're more wiser. They know more. They've been through stuff. That's like me being 30, right? I'm basically I say I'm 30. You feel me? This is to say I'm 30, right? About to be 30. So let's say I'm 30, right? And then my let's say I'm 30, right? And then my big homie is like 23. That would look kind of crazy. You know, you should be 20 like three, and your big homie supposed to be 30. It's the same if you're like 13, your big homie should be at least 30. So I don't know. I see what he was saying though. A lot of the young niggas raised themselves. They taught themselves how to go to war. You know, they taught themselves how to spin, how to, spin the block, how to, put in work, how to survive. Because a lot of the big homies in certain areas wasn't there. A lot of them was already gone to prison, doing 20 years. A lot of them came out now recently. A lot of them is out now, but the young niggas took over. You know, the young niggas took over. So what I see, he was like, he was walking around, he's like, yeah, I'm outside. I'm on the land. You know, that's why I had to do this one outside, be on the land. I feel he was saying because when you out being on the land and being there for your brothers and your people, I understand what he's talking about. You feel me? You know. But on the flip side, if you gotta watch it, you gotta watch it. Like he was even talking about like going around. He's like, yeah, like it's like in the interview, he was like, what have they really done? Like they haven't really done anything. Because really and truly, the generation that they're in, they were gone. There was no big homies. If it was like 10 big homies, probably about 8 of them was gone. Remember, they was rallying dudes up. People was getting Ricos and all types of stuff. A lot of people got, you know. So it's like, but as far as like his hood in Philly, when I'm seeing it, it's a ghost town. He's walking around freely like a ghost town. So in these days, it's kind of different now. Like these days, dudes ain't really outside no more. So it's rare to see people out there that's really still outside, patrolling and doing their thing, even though it's a lot of violence and they promoting the violence and the drill and all that, the disrespectful things, you feel me? That's what they promoting, but at the end of the day, it's like, um, he kind of is right. Where the big homies? Where they at? Where they at? They need to come out. They need to start do something, save the youth. But another thing he also said is he was like, you just can't come and be like, I'm gonna come outside and try to like save the youth if you're not really outside or you ain't really do nothing, because you gotta have respect. It's like someone needs a voice, like in the you need like a spokesperson. You just can't come out of nowhere and say, yo, I want to do this, do that, because you're not going to have that respect, So it's only certain people that can go around and be like, yo, yeah, this much, you feel me? I'm outside every day. People rock with me. Um, they're not going to really rock with these other dudes because they not outside. They living their lives. But on the flip side, they already live their lives. These old heads now are 40 years old, 50 years old, older, you know? They got about, some of them got 20, 30 years on us. So you think they gonna be outside still doing the same things? Some of them still is, but a lot of them not. A lot of them have family. A lot of them is like working regular jobs. Came out, became business owners. A lot of them drive trucks. You know, they find different ways. A lot of them, some of these old heads you will never know. they was dangerous back then because now they got on a uniform now. But if a dude tried them, like let's use this for example. In New Jersey, there was a bus driver and a dude on the bus, and they got heated, and the bus driver turned up and started, you know, he put his hands on him like he was about to like choke him out. You know, that could have been a dude from back in the day that we don't know why he could have been dangerous back then. But you don't know now because he's 55 years old and he's trying to make sure he can retire in a couple years. So he having a city uniform, he drive a city bus, or he doing this or he doing that. But that dude could have been a top shotter, a top all that back then, and we wouldn't even know. That's why you gotta be careful who you play with too. Don't think because people not outside, they not, you know. So it's a whole different like variables with this. You feel me? But rest in peace. But he did have some points that I didn't like. Some of them I didn't agree with, and then some of them I did. But a lot of them I was like I understand and I seen it myself. Like even some areas be ghost towns, and it's like people. But we can get into this, right? He was like a lot of people not around no more because we spinning on them and all that stuff. Like even like all that, I wouldn't say that on the camera. He's pointing out down the street. You're like, yeah, them dudes down there, yeah, they can't come back up here because we spinning on them. Then he put on the car. Then he's like, yeah, he can't bust no traps over here. We clipped them already. Clipped them up a couple times. You know, it's just like little stuff like that. Like that's what kind of with the youth is kind of like messed up. Like a lot of the youth now that's in the streets and still active and around the age of like 25 and 25 below, a lot of them dudes is really and truly a lot of them dudes, a lot of them, a lot of them is really and truly, a lot of them is lost, to be honest. The fuck is that? What the hell is that shit? A lot of them really lost, so that's why we gotta really and truly like when we be seeing these stuff on the internet and these dudes be promoting these spinning and these drilling and worshiping people grave sites and disrespecting and spitting on people's graves and all this stuff. We gotta make sure we pray for these dudes because we might not even see them tomorrow, you know. Because when niggas ops see that, it's just like your face, bro. And these dudes bare face on the internet too. Like they don't got no care in the world. They're bare face on the internet, disrespecting people, all that stuff. So, that stuff we gotta take into account and that stuff we gotta change. Because if we keep doing this stuff, oh, it ain't gonna be no more youth left. These dudes ain't gonna make it to 30, 31, 35. You know? You know, it's actually a blessing that you make it to 30, you know. Some people don't even make it to 25. So the thing is, you gotta change our lives or do certain things differently so y'all can make it to these old heads ages, you know? And this is why we gotta respect them because the old heads are more wiser. They know more. You got someone that's dumb and you got someone that's wise that gives good advice and they were like, yo, you gotta make it to this age. You gotta actually make it here. It's like a blessing to be 45. And when you're 20s, you was spending your whole 20s and 30s, you was robbing and doing all this stuff. And then you 55 looking back at it like, damn, I lived a life. I lived a good life. But then these young dudes, they just crash out 3 years and then they gone. And then another couple of them niggas come in about a year, 2 year later, the same thing. The same thing. So yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. You gotta take into account. You gotta be careful out here. You know, we ain't gonna spend too long on here, but man, yeah, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, man. Another young man gone, man. Young man gone. And I was watching videos, and then a day later, he gets shot. That's crazy. Stay off the internet, man. If you active, it's best to stay off the internet. Stay off the internet. And if you are gonna be on the internet, don't talk about no spinning, no drilling. You know. You know, your ops is watching, just like how you be on here watching and we all watching each other. Your ops is sitting at home watching you to see what street you about to be on and calculating your moves. You know, watching your lives and seeing what street you on right now. And then they jump out their house in 2.5 and they just be parked down the street and you still alive and don't even know. And then they not even going to pull up on you. They're gonna watch you until you go all the way home, and then that's how, bro. Road road to a mill. Yo, we out of here, man. I got nothing else to say, man. We back, man. We back. We back. We outside with it. We'll start doing some outside. We might do some gym vlogs. When I'm in the gym, do a gym vlog. You know, basketball. When I'm playing some balls, or something, we might do a basketball court vlog. But yeah, man, we out of here, man.